It's a new year, a new season, and we are underway.
Really dominating fashion here today is going to win.
2, 3, 4 for the final time.
Win number 1 of the season, only just barely.
He is going to win here at the Smyrna Speedway.
Wins the Emerson Electric 100K.
Gonna be Igor Barretto's gonna eke it out.
Cup Series champion is Shane Lake in the number 15.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the new Smyrna Speedway in Samsula, Florida. We're here to kick off season number 3 of the NOFSRL Cabela's Cup Series. This is the Fiesta New Smyrna presented by Fuzzy's Taco Shop. Tonight, 17 cars will go around this half-mile oval for 75 laps, and at the end of those 75 laps, one driver will kick off their season on the right note. The field is entirely made up of guys who have raced in at least one season of the Cabela's Cup Series, and now to kick off the third, some returning faces, some back from last season, some that weren't in last season, back from season number 1, for example, Benny Watson and Ben Crouch. Good to have them back. Crouch, actually, they're starting on the outside of the pole. And yeah, we're ready to kick off the race here at New Smyrna. So let's go down trackside and get this race started. And the engines fire here at New Smyrna. 17 gonna roll off here. Sam Adolskin and Ben Crouch on the front row. Titan Nicholas and Trey Light in row number 2. Trey Smith and Keegan Thompson there make up the third row. Darren Oxdorf and Ben Young in row 4. And in row 5, it's Ben George and Chase Buck. Scroll through the rest of the field. Stephen Colon, Benny Watson, Sebastian Kukulon, Kanan Biller, Nathan Stapleton, Owen Miles, and Mitchell Collins. That's the 17-car field. You'll see the starting lineup and the Bucky's race report on the left side of your screen as the field comes down. We're ready to get this race started. Folks, the calm before the storm is over. We're racing at New Smyrna. Around turn 4 to complete lap number 1, it is Sam Adolskin leading here at New Smyrna Speedway. In second place there, Trey Smith in the 77 making that inside line work underneath the Season 1 champion, Ben Crouch there in the 74. Now he's going to go for the lead on the 83 as Sam Adolskin off of turn 4. Oskin's going to hold on to the lead for the time being here at New Smyrna Speedway. And, oh, it looked like the caution's out. And Benny Watson has gone around to the front straightaway in the 53 car. For Team Velocitar, and maybe a few more. Chase Buck in the 4 has damage, and Sebastian Kukulon, one of the Trinity River Racing drivers there, is in it. Front and side damage on the 82, so we had a big mess here at New Smyrna Speedway to kick off the Fuzzy's Taco Shop Fiesta. The third occurrence of this race, first time Fuzzy's has come on board to sponsor the race, so it's good to have them on. But Sam Adolskin is leading here early on as the caution is already out. The first of this 75 lap race, maybe the only one we have. We didn't have a single one last season. We had one in season number 1 with Eric Jacks actually getting upside down on turn 3 on lap number 6. I don't think we would have seen that here, but we'll take a look at the replay in a second. And it doesn't look like anybody's... Well, there's a few coming down on the pit road, and possibly some guys that were involved in that first incident. Kanan Biller may have been back there in the 95, the reigning Cabela's Cup Series champion. But we'll have to see what happened here. It looks like Mitchell Collins is going to come down. Sebastian Kukulon's going to come back down onto the pit road. And as the field continues to pace under this caution, let's go back and take a look at what happened to bring it out. So here's what's going to bring out the first caution of the race here. It's Nathan Stapleton going to the inside of Sebastian Kukulon and Chase Buck. Collins there getting up in the middle of it there, but he had nothing to do with it. It's just Stapleton slides up into Buck, hard into the outside wall they go, and around goes the 97. There's Watson getting a piece. Kukulon, Owen Miles in the 25. What a masterful job to get slowed up there and not run into them, as well as Kanan Biller there in the 95. He just sneaks through there. Great stuff from the defending champion, but Benny Watson here, that's the one we saw there on the bottom of the track. Thought it was just him, but absolutely not. It was a pretty massive crash there coming off of turn number 4 for a short track. Well, let's take a look at another angle here. Taking a look at full speed coming right at you. There's Stapleton sliding up the track into Buck. Kukulon and Watson getting around there on the inside. And Owen Miles just lucky to get slowed up there, as well as Kanan Biller. But Watson and a few others there gonna have some serious damage to repair after the first incident here at New Smyrna. Meanwhile, track is clear, we're good to go, so let's head to the restart here at New Smyrna Speedway. And we have the one to go here at New Smyrna Speedway. It is Sam and Osgen leading Trey Smith, Ben Crouch, Darian Arnsdorf, Keegan Thompson, the top 5, Titan Nicholas, Ben Grorich, Trey Wright, Ben Young, and Chase Buck round out the top 10. A hefty amount of cars again being involved in that first incident. However, nobody out of the race as things stand right now. Pace car comes down onto the pit road. Sam Dawson's going to lead the field down. We're racing again here at the half mile. Through turn 1, Osgen taking a little bit of a higher line there. So did Trey Smith. That almost allowed Ben Crouch to get on the inside there. And he might still be able to. Now Trey Smith will wash up the track. Crouch to the inside there, side by side down the front straightaway. On to lap number 10. Crouch going to slide up underneath. And he is going to move past the 77 of Trey Smith. As now Smith still stuck on the outside. Darian Arnsdorf's going to benefit there in the 14, and he will get by into the 3rd position. Now underneath the Season 1 champion, here comes Arnsdorf underneath Crouch, as Osgen is liking this. This is allowing him to pull away here at New Smyrna Speedway. 3x3 behind. This is good stuff here at New Smyrna Speedway. But looking out back deep in the field, look at these guys slowing up. Looks like Kukulon has moved to the back of the field here than 17th. So everyone's still on the track, but looks like Watson and Kukulon are going to come down, and so will Nathan Stapleton in the 97. And meanwhile, back up front, here comes one of the Logan Sport cars that we'll see this year. The only one here in the Fuzzy's Taco Shop Fiesta. It is Titan Nicholas in the 17, who was actually in the top 5 championship battle at Chicagoland last November, so good to have him back in the series and looking to get another great season with this Logan Sport team. And now Trey Wright, he's almost turned the 17 sideways there. He was able to hold on and save it. What a save by the 17, but now Wright's going to come to the inside, almost 3 wide off of turn number 2, and Wright is going to potentially get a 2-for-1 special here. Meanwhile, Sam Osgen still leading, but now as Watson has come off the pit road, 3 wide for 3rd there. Crouch is going to get a 2-for-1 special for himself. And now, look out there, that got tight. Down the back straightaway they'll come, and Crouch is still on the inside. They're still 3 wide, and they'll get out of it now, but Ben Young will come to the inside, the Blackout Motorsports car. Looks like Chase Buck has come down onto the pit road. And Sam Osgen will get around the 53 of Benny Watson there, put Watson a lap down, and Sebastian Kukulon is actually 3 laps down now. Here he is coming back out onto the track. Looks like he may have gotten that damage finally squared away for the time being, but behind this is still getting really racy back here. This back for 2nd, they're 3 wide as Trey Wright goes to the inside, taking his teammate Trey Smith with him. Ben Crouch still stuck there on the outside. He's not able to put back in line just yet, but he's going to try to down the back straightaway, I bet. going off into 3 here. He will try to get underneath Ben Young. Young will stay in the middle. Oh, into the side of Nicholas. And what a save by Ben Young in the 2. Back here throughout the rest of the field, here's another car coming up here in this group. Keegan Thompson going underneath his owner and teammate Darian Arnsdorf and the Season 2 champion Kanan Biller. And now going to go underneath the Season 1 champion, both of them, the All-Star Speed Team guys. And sliding up, they touched up off of the Turn 2 area there. And Keegan Thompson and Arnsdorf still going at it. They're still 3 wide. Oh, this is good stuff here at New Smyrna Speedway. Meanwhile, up front is still Sam Oskin. He's about pulled away to a second lead over Trey Wright. Trey Smith in 3rd, Ben Young in 4th. Titan Nicholas in 5th, and Nicholas washed up the track. That'll give a chance for Keegan Thompson to make a move underneath. And clearly the reason why everyone's pulling away so much is lap traffic there, the 53 of Benny Watson, who absolutely has a right to be out on the track. No one's going to argue that, but poor guy, he got caught up in that first incident. You can see the damage. They still have not got that squared away on the 53, but for the most part, he is able to actually keep pace with these guys. So if only he was back on the lead lap, he could actually probably go for the win in some fashion. But right now he is in 15th place, 2 laps down, as I believe the caution has come out again. Yes, it has. The caution's out again. Kanan Biller, the 95, has smoke coming out of that car. The Team Ninja Rapids driver, 1 of 2 in this race. Golly, that's not good to see. But now we will have pit stops for the first time in this race with the rest of the field. And we were expecting it to be around lap 43 to 47, those pit cycles, if they were going to split the race. That's about how the fuel and tire run is. But now, instead of being a 1-stop race, it will be a 2-stop race here at New Smyrna Speedway. And down at the end of pit road, everyone looks like they're taking 4 tires and fuel. Who's going to be the first one to come off the pit road here? Ben Young pulls out of his stall. Trey Wright in front of him. And Trey Wright will just barely beat Sam Oskin out. And Oskin will fall to 2nd. Trey Wright, with a blistering pit stop, will overtake the guy who's dominated the early part of this race. Ben Young will move to 3rd. Trey Smith, Trey Wright's teammate, there in the 4th position. Darian Arnsdorf 5th. Mitchell Collins and Titan Nicholas going to come back down on the pit road. But it looks like that'll give 6th to Stephen Colon, 7th to Thompson, 8th to Crouch, 9th to Ben Grorich, and 10th to Owen Miles by the looks of things right now. And as the field continues to pace under this caution, let's go back at the replay and see what happened to bring out the second caution involving Kanan Biller in the 95. So here, let's have a look at what happened to bring out the second caution of the race. Oh, Grorich turns his teammate around there, and onto the inside goes Biller. Hard to the inside wall he goes, and slides along the bottom there. You can see the foam flying down came out from his door there. Golly, what a hard shot for Kanan Biller, getting turned around by not only his teammate but his owner there, racing for position. Golly, they're going to have some heated conversations after this race is over. But let's go and take a look at another angle to see what happened. Coming around here, watching at full speed as they come around that second turn. Yeah, Grorich just basically pushed him around there, and Biller hard to the inside wall there. And he is not going to be happy in the slightest that took place there. But anyway, now the track is clear. We are good to go. So let's head to the restart here at New Smyrna Speedway. And we're back here at New Smyrna Speedway, about a lap and a half from getting the green flag, and it looks like both of the Arctic Racing drivers, Trey Wright and Trey Smith, are going to come down on the pit road. And Wright will come back down on the pit road, giving up the lead to Samet Osgin in the 83, who has dominated the early part of this race if you're just tuning in, leading every single lap before the second caution came out. Trey Wright had beat him out of the pit road before, but obviously something else wrong with the 90 just coming down. Maybe some pit violation or something, but he's already coming back out onto the track with his teammate Trey Smith. And now half a lap away from green here at New Smyrna Speedway. That'll make the top 10. Osgen, Young, Arnsdorf, Thompson, Crouch, Grorich, Miles, Buck. I think no, Buck's a lap down. So then Collins or Stapleton and Collins, the top 10. As the green flag is back out, we are racing once again. Through turn 1, Ben Young goes into the inside. Arnsdorf is going to turn him around the back straightaway into the inside wall. Ben Young spinning to a stop, and the caution comes out for the third time here at New Smyrna. And Osgen will lead the field around once again. We had just gotten the green flag. And Darren Arnsdorf turns Ben Young out of the lead, and the field's going to come down again. And everyone just back here trying to get organized. And on to the pit road come Osgen, Arnsdorf, Thompson, Grorich, Miles, Buck. And looks like Mitchell Collins is going to stay out there in the 59 Fitzwater Australia Racing entry. And thus, he will inherit the lead. Stephen Colon will inherit the second spot. As Arnsdorf is going to come onto the track first in that cycle. And oh, big pit problem for Samet Osgen. He's going to come out deep in the field. The dominant car of the race is in some serious, serious trouble now. And that'll leave everyone out on the track now. As I wonder what brought the caution out there, besides maybe it was just Ben Young, but Kanan Biller is not on the track anymore, and he is being shown 6 laps down, so I guess he is out of this race now. 7 laps down, and Kanan Biller is not on the track, so will mark Kanan Biller out of the race as things stand right now. But it is Mitchell Collins leading Stephen Colon, who's recovered from that earlier incident there. You see he still has damage on the right side of that 98 car. He has brought that thing up to second by virtue of this caution coming out, so great luck for him there. Darian Arnsdorf third, Ben Grorich fourth, Keegan Thompson fifth, Owen Miles sixth, Ben Crouch seventh, Samet Osgen falls from first to eighth as a result of coming down on the pit road there, with Titan Nicholas ninth, and Trey Smith rounding out the top 10 with a few lap cars in the middle of that bunch there. So as the field continues to pace here under this third caution here at New Smyrna, let's go back and take a look at what happened to bring it out. It's going to be kind of hard to not call this one for what exactly it is. It's Young getting up into Osgen there, but Arnsdorf got to the inside and he didn't let off. Down to the inside goes Young off the bumper of the 14. Kind of similar to what happened there with Kanan Biller and Ben Grorich. And hard to the inside goes Ben Young, sliding and spinning there in that DeWalt Chevrolet. And he thankfully didn't hit the wall terribly hard, so he's not going to be out of this race like Biller is, but good grief. That's just got to be a terrible feeling for Ben Young, who was having a really solid night. Let's take a look at another angle. So here they come around turn number 2 right off the restart, and Arnsdorf just turns the 2 around into the inside he goes, and again thankfully didn't hit it very hard, not much damage to that 2, but surely furious and is going to have some damage to hammer out there before we restart this race. Anyway, that's how the third caution of the race came out. The track is clear, we're good to go, so let's head to the restart here at New Smyrna Speedway. And we have the 1 to go once again here at New Smyrna Speedway. It is Collins leading Cologne, Arnsdorf, Grorich, and Thompson. That is the top 5 here after 34 laps. We're just about to halfway here in the Fiesta New Smyrna presented by Fuzzy's Taco Shop. It has been a wild, hectic race for sure, but dominated by the 83 of Samet Osgen, who as a result of that last pit stop has fallen from 1st to 8th, while most everyone took advantage of the short run there to take just fuel. Green flag is back out here at New Smyrna. We're racing again. Cologne's going to go to the inside of Collins. Oh, around goes Collins. Hard to the inside wall. Up into the field. And he's going to save it for now. And we have no caution. But Collins gets punted out of the lead. And that in turn will give Darian Arnsdorf the lead here at New Smyrna Speedway. Poor Mitchell Collins. That's the second time that Arnsdorf has gotten into the back of someone and gone to the inside off that second turn. He did it to Ben Young to bring out the third caution, and now it's happened to Mitchell Collins in the 59. But now right at halfway here, Arnsdorf's teammate Keegan Thompson's going to go to the inside. He'll take the lead here in that 46. Pilot Flying J Chevrolet. Through turn 2, Arnsdorf's going to try to come back. Not quite there, but side by side for third there. Rorich getting underneath Steven Cologne, who restarted second. He is falling back there along the top side. And now that Rorich has slid up the top side, it could allow the Season 1 champion, Ben Crouch, to get to the inside there in that 74 car. Meantime, the All-Star Speed Team teammates are pulling away from the rest of the field right now. Thompson leading Arnsdorf. Arnsdorf trying to decide if he can make a move here. Oh, Thompson slid up. Arnsdorf's going to get to the inside now. Down the back straightaway, he is going to potentially be retaking the lead here off the final turn, and just by a nose at the line, Darian Arnsdorf. And he will officially take the lead for good now, ahead of Keegan Thompson here on lap 42. Not quite clear of him yet. Now he will be. So looking back through the rest of this field here, Samet Osgen has gone from 8th to 6th while everything is going on. The guy who again has dominated this race for the most part. He's trying to get back up to the front. Ben Crouch, Season 1 champ, is trying to get back up to the front. His dad actually won this race last season. Last July, he won here at New Smyrna Speedway driving the 40 car that Crouch won the championship with in Season number 1. And Ben actually went to the Scots National Series last season. Got a win at Talladega, had a pretty solid season. But he's back in Cup competition with his own single car team there, Chocolate Reigns Motorsports. So good to have him back on the Cup level. Looking to see good things from him this season, as Arnsdorf and Thompson are going to go at it once again. At the front there, is Thompson going to slip up? Is Arnsdorf going to get to the inside? Not quite yet, as Cologne is going to go underneath Ben Crouch for third, and look who's here. Samet freaking Osgen there on the low line, going for the 4th position there in that 83 Mac Tools Toyota, and he's going to take it away from the 74. Down the back stretch and into 3, Osgen on the low line. Oh, he got a bad entry there. That he slipped up. He's lucky Crouch wasn't able to get to the inside of him there. That would have been catastrophic. And he's going to be able to anyway. He just blew the entry again. And Crouch is going to go to the inside down the back straightaway. And the pole sitter falling back once again. There's the inside pole sitter is going to go by him there for the 4th position. And Osgen is in a rut once again there on that high side. He's going to try to regroup. We'll see if he can get up there in these final 26 laps now at New Smyrna. 26 laps to go here at the half mile, with Thompson leading, Darian Arnsdorf, Steven Cologne, Ben Crouch, and Trey Smith. That's your top 5 right now. The guy just on the outside of the top 5, Titan Nicholas there in the 17, finished again in the top 5 in points, but a backseat to the glory of Kanan Biller's championship. Of course, Biller now out of this race. He could have a chance to get up to the front, as what a beautiful pass by Trey Smith there in the 77 underneath Ben Crouch, who slid up major going through turn 1 and 2 there. And Titan Nicholas is going to take advantage there in the 21 Pilot's Dodge. Down on the low line, he'll move by the 74. And Osgen is trying to regroup now, but he's fallen back so much time-wise. And oh goodness, they're side by side. Arnsdorf is on the low line, Thompson up top, and oh man, they slid up high coming off of turn number 2 there. Arnsdorf gonna drive it in deep underneath the 46. They are still side by side coming off turn number 4. Still the advantage to Keegan Thompson. But now, Arnsdorf's going to drive it in deep once again. He'll have a much bigger run now going down the back straightaway and off into 3. He's even got the advantage over his teammate. And is he going to clear him? Yes, he will. Darian Arnsdorf back to the lead with 20 laps to go. Or 21 laps to go, rather. As Arnsdorf, Thompson's going to cross back to the inside. The teammates are going at it again. They've been going at it ever since we restarted this thing and give Keegan Thompson the lead back once again. Remember, they may have to pit once again. These guys only pit for fuel. That's why they're up front. And that's why Sam Osgen is in the back. He may actually have an advantage now if these guys do not have good enough tires to get to the end. We'll have to see what happens here. This could be very, very tight on the fuel window and on the pit window overall, honestly. And speaking of tight, they were really tight there coming off of turn number 2 as Arnsdorf slid up almost into the side of the 46. Almost looked like it was going to put him in the wall, but had to get out of the gas there. And Thompson is going to have a huge advantage now over his teammate, but Arnsdorf's going to try to close back in on the 46, and while they've been going at it, look who's arrived on the scene. NS Racing's Stephen Colon there in the Ream 98. With the right side all bent and beat up, he has driven his way back to try to have a shot at this victory, and he may have a chance to go for second, if not the victory, because Arnsdorf, his car's not sticking very well right now. He's running on that higher line, and Kelowna is sticking glued on the bottom. Meanwhile, here for 4th, here's Sam Osgen making a charge underneath Titan Nicholas there. Salmon on the low line, Nicholas up top, Salmon at the line, but will he be able to clear him? Yes, he will. And Trey Smith even might have a chance to get underneath the 17. No, not quite. He pulls back in line. But meanwhile, Stephen Colon is going to try to find a way around Darian Arnsdorf. It is a Chevrolet 1-2-3 right now here at New Smyrna Speedway with 14 laps to go. Lap traffic ahead is the 59 of Mitchell Collins, who is not a lap down right now, but he is the last car on the lead lap, and he got turned out of the lead by Darian Arnsdorf. You see all that damage to the left side of that 59 car. Now Thompson is going to try to get to the inside there. Oh, he may have held him up there a little bit. Could that allow Darian Arnsdorf to close back in here? Thompson had to get out of the gas, it looked like. And Collins is right there in the middle of them now, stuck on that low line. He's going to go back underneath the 46. So he's not exactly a slow car as much as he is just in the way right now. But he is now a lap down as he falls behind Keegan Thompson. Is he going to slide up and will Arnsdorf get by? Yes, he will. Boy, Arnsdorf had to feel a little bit anxious there going by the car. He turned out of the lead off the last restart here. There's now 10 laps to go here at New Smyrna, with Stephen Colon now getting by the 59 as well. And look at this, the lead pack is tightening up once again here. This lap car, Mitchell Collins, has helped tighten up the lead battle here. This could be a good finish here at New Smyrna Speedway, now with 9 laps to go. Arnsdorf trying to run down his teammate. Colon trying to run down Arnsdorf. And the rest of the field just trying to get by Mitchell Collins there in the 59 so that they even have a chance. Titan Nicholas will be the first one by. Sam Osgen will follow suit. So will Trey Smith. But I don't think anybody else 4 seconds on back has a chance. That would be Trey right on back. So the top 6 probably are the only ones who have a shot to win this thing, as we're running out of time here at New Smyrna unless something happens. The guys who are 7th on back may not be eligible or may not have a chance to get this win. Obviously they're eligible if something happens. There could be some pit fiasco, but right now, if the caution came out, as we're now at 6 laps to go, they would not have a shot, period, to get this win, as we're just taking off laps very quick here at New Smyrna. 5 laps to go now. If the caution comes out now, the race is over. Stephen Cologne clears Arnsdorf for second. He's going to try to chase down the number 46, but I think Thompson is out of here. Thompson now going to see 4 laps to go here at New Smyrna Speedway. Stephen Cologne just trying to hold on and maybe benefit if something happens here. Will there be a pit road cycle? I don't think so, not this late. Oh, Cologne's going to come down on the pit road. It's happening. Will it happen with the front guys here? Thompson. Now at 3 laps to go, Cologne came down onto the pit road from second place. And now the teammates are 1-2 once again, but Thompson with the clear advantage here at New Smyrna, almost a 2-second lead. Now with 2 laps to go here at the New Smyrna Speedway, and the battle is going to be for third with Titan Nicholas and Sam Oskin. They're going to be side by side down the backstretch. Give it to the 17 for the time being. Trey Smith will get to the inside of Sam Oskin to try to battle for fourth as the white flag comes out one more time around New Smyrna Speedway for Keegan Thompson to win once again here in the Cabela's Cup Series. He won at Orlando last October, and he's going to win again here at New Smyrna, but it's not for points. It doesn't matter anyway. Keegan Thompson has won the Fiesta at New Smyrna presented by Fuzzy's Taco Shop. What a start to the season for that 46. His teammate, obviously going to be some controversy there, but Darren Arnsdorf will finish in the second position, so it's an all-star speed team 1-2 there. Titan Nicholas in third, Trey Smith fourth, the pole sitter Sam Oskin there in fifth. Nathan Stapleton, he'll come home in that battered 97 with an 11th place finish, the first car a lap down here at New Smyrna Speedway. Well, we'll take a look at your race finishing results here. Keegan Thompson, Darren Arnsdorf, Titan Nicholas, Trey Smith, Sam Oskin, Trey Wright, Owen Miles there, good 7th place there. Season 1 champ Ben Crouch there with an 8th place finish there. Ben Young and Ben Grorich, the two Bens, round out the top 10 there. And looking through the rest of the standings here, nobody else finishing on the lead lap. Stapleton, Cologne, Benny Watson, Mitchell Collins, Chase Buck, and Sebastian Kukulon finishing this race. Keenan Biller, the only one DNFing here at New Smyrna Speedway. What a crazy race it was, but Keegan Thompson came to life late and more or less benefited from his teammate shenanigans up front. It allowed Thompson to close in on the 14. It allowed him to have the shot there, and what a great pit call for those teammates as well to only come down for fuel when that third caution came out. Caught Sam Oskin napping in pretty much the rest of the field, and they end up finishing 1-2 here at the New Smyrna Speedway. So that's going to wrap us up here at the New Smyrna Speedway. Congratulations to Keegan Thompson for winning once again, and best of luck to everyone else this season and everyone else who has signed up in every other series. Thank you for signing on. Best of luck to everyone there as well. On behalf of the entire NOFSRL, y'all have a good one.